A warm welcome to you all to this class. Today we are going to learn a supplementary lesson, The Legend of Jashwantgarh. Dear children, let us see the glossary. Legend, a story from the past. Garhwal, an administrative division in Uttarakhand, regrouped to organize in a new tactical formation. Reinforcement, additional army to support. Monpa tribe, a tribal group in Arunachal Pradesh. Battalion, a military unit of 300 to 800 soldiers. Interrogation, to question someone aggressively. Brass bust, a statue made of brass depicting a person's head and neck. Today we are going to see a real story of a faithful, dedicated, brave and courageous soldier, Jashwant Singh Rawat. Let's see the biodata of this brave soldier. He was born on 19th August 1941 in Uttarakhand. His parents Leela Devi and Guman Singh Rawat. He was the eldest son in his family. He joined Indian Army on 19th August 1960 at the age of 19. He was selected in 4th Garhwal Rifles. There are 4 major armed forces in Indian Army. They are Indian Army, the Indian Navy, the Indian Air Force and the Indian Coast Guard. For all of these armed forces, President of India is the supreme commander of all these forces. The hero of this story joined in the land force, that is the Indian Army. After 2 years of his joining in the army, the war broke out between India and China in the year 1962. The main cause of war was the dispute of border region. The region Akshay Chin was claimed by India and Chinese too. Noranang was the last post of the Indian Army. The battle started on 17th November 1962. The war continued for 72 hours. At 5 in the morning in the eastern Himalayas, the Chinese army attacked the lonely isolated Indian post at Noranang district. The Indian army was not strong enough to oppose the Chinese army, which was well trained or established. India started strengthening its army slowly after the independence from the British in 1947. So the Indian soldiers were not able to resist Chinese force. Knowing that Indian soldiers were asked to get back or assemble, but Jashwant Singh decided to fight against the Chinese until the additional Indian army come to support him. He kept shooting on the Chinese army with the help of 2 village girls, Sela and Nora. They helped him to fix weapons at different points and fired guns too. He ran to different gun points and kept shooting. His main view to give a perception of Chinese army that there were many Indian soldiers and they are facing an Indian battalion. He did this for 3 days. Jashwant along with 2 girls killed around 300 Chinese soldiers. On the 3rd day, Chinese army decided to cut the food supplier to this post. So they captured the man who brought food and interrogated him and got the truth that only one soldier who was guarding the post. The Chinese became very furious or angry as they were fooled. Then the Chinese army surrounded Jashwant and gave a final attack. But understanding the situation, the Chinese were going to capture him. Jashwant shot himself. A explosive blast killed Sela, but Nora was caught alive. At last, Chinese won the war, but after this war, Arunachal Pradesh was born. It was inhabited by 26 major tribes and over 100 sub-tribes. So children, after Jashwant dead, the war came to an end, but the commander of Chinese army gave a brass bust, that is brass statue of Jashwant Singh. appreciating his love, courage towards the nation, and a memorial was built with his brass bust in remembrance of him. India honored him with Mahavir Chakra. The Indian Army still consider him as a soldier who is still in service and gave him promotion. So he is the only Indian soldier who receives promotion after the death. First, he was called hero, then captain, now major general. So, let's see the summary of this story, children. It is the real story of Jashwant Singh Rawat, who was born on 19th August 1941 in Uttarakhand district. He joined in the Indian Army at the age of 19. In 1962, he fought in the Battle of Indochina War. At last, he fought for 3 days with the help of 2 village girls. At the end, when Chinese surrounded him, he shot himself dead. This war united the village people and increased the nationalism among them. A memorial was built and still he is getting promotion in the Indian Army. So dear children, be brave and courage to support the right thing and love your country by being kind to all the persons. Children, read the chapter for better understanding. Study well, happy learning. Thank you, children.